Good morning, friends. I'm going to be doing another 2 full days of eating video for you. If you haven't been following along with my Wellness Wednesday videos, what I'm doing right now is an experiment throughout the month of October where I am alternating between regular Ketovore days, Ketovore higher protein keto, and then on the next day doing a leaner keto day, still high protein, but just cutting down the fat and making it a leaner day and just alternating back and forth. So this video is going to start with a higher fat day, so a regular Ketovore day. It'll be high protein, but it'll also have a good amount of fat. And then tomorrow I will show you a leaner day. I am counting my calories and my macros for the day, so at the end of the video I will go over all of those with you. If anyone's curious how my kids eat, I try to get them a good amount of protein at breakfast. I find that regulates their appetites for the rest of the day somewhat. Some of the kids requested sausage, so I cooked up one little package of the Sugar House Maple breakfast sausages from Costco. My mom cooked or baked a loaf of bread yesterday. It's kind of a funky looking loaf of bread, but they're having some homemade bread. And then one of them said that they liked burger patties with cheese better than sausage patties, so I'm also cooking up some frozen burger patties and I'll add some slices of cheese on there, and they'll get their protein in for breakfast.
I like it.
What?
I like the sausage.
You like the sausage?
Yeah. And it's 1,000.
Eating sausage while they're doing their math. And you're waiting for burger patties, right, Charity?
Yes.
Because you like burger patties better than those sausage links?
Yes.
Why?
I just like burger patties with cheese better.
With cheese. Has to be with cheese.
Yes.
Izzy says that she'll take anything she can get. Right, Izzy? Right, Izzy? So, Talia, you chose sausages and bread? Mm-hmm. Yum. I didn't feel like having the burger or the sausage, and I had these chicken thighs in the fridge from 2 days ago on my last higher fat day that needed to be used up. So I'm gonna throw these in the air fryer. I'm just putting on some onion salt from Trader Joe's and some black pepper. Breakfast does not always have to look like breakfast food. I oftentimes, if I have a leftover, I just eat that for breakfast just to keep it super easy. If I don't have to cook in the morning, I usually don't. Just wanted to see how much these weighed before I put them in here. 12.4 pounds altogether. 12.4 pounds. 12.4 ounces altogether. Gonna go ahead and mix up my electrolytes. I'm gonna do strawberry lemonade today, which is still, I think, my favorite. It maybe is a tie between the strawberry lemonade and the mixed berry, but the strawberry lemonade is way up there. It's so good. In my 40-ounce cup, I usually do a scoop and a half of the electrolyte drink, and sometimes I'll just drink one of these in a day, and sometimes I'll come back and fill it again and have 2. I'm ready for a second cup of coffee. I actually did have one already this morning that I did not get on camera, but I'm gonna make my second one exactly the same so you can see how I'm doing it. I talked a little bit in my Wellness Wednesday the other day about how I'm making my coffee and how I'm actually enjoying coffee again, which is so wonderful. I'm not gonna say I've found something as good as heavy cream, but it's really, really close, and I'm like really happy to drink coffee again. So I'll show you how I throw it together. There's a few different elements, and like I said in my Wellness Wednesday, I'm gonna be experimenting with trying to come up with this concoction on my own to make it a little bit cheaper, because I've been using the Vital Proteins creamer, which is really, really good. The mocha flavor is the best, and it's pretty expensive. So I am gonna try to see if I can recreate it. I may not be able to get the mocha flavor in there. If you have a good flavoring drops that you like, let me know. I don't use flavorings very often, you know, besides maybe vanilla or something in egg pudding. So I don't have a lot. I have some extracts from like when we make truffles and stuff, but I don't have anything like a mocha flavor. So anyways, if you have any ideas on a mocha flavoring, let me know. But the other elements in the Vital Protein creamer are collagen, of course, and then coconut milk powder. So I have coconut milk powder coming. I already have collagen. And then along with the Vital Proteins creamer, I've been doing MCT oil powder, which is nice and creamy as well. So I will see if I can get something, you know, a little bit cheaper than the Vital Proteins mixed up to make it how I like it. So here's what I'm using, MCT oil powder. And I had someone ask if I use these same creamers on my lean days, and the answer is yes. I just reduce the amount that I use. So I've been doing about 8 grams of the MCT oil powder on a higher fat day and about 3 grams on a lower fat day. Of course, the higher fat day concoction tastes better, but when I use less, it actually isn't bad at all. It's still really good. So 8 grams of that. And then on here, the serving size is actually 2 scoops, which is a lot. And I don't think I would like it with that much in there. And the little packets that you can buy, like I showed in my creamer video, that's only 1 scoop worth. So I don't know why they chose to make the serving size so huge. Maybe so they could get a high number of protein to put on there. So it'll say 10 grams of protein per serving. I don't know. But I only do 1 scoop on my higher fat days because there are 4.5 grams of fat. So on my higher fat days, I'll do a whole scoop. On my lower fat days, I'll do about a half a scoop. Let's see, let's get this weighed right. So 13 grams is a scoop. And it's kind of a rounded scoop actually. So I can't imagine putting 2 of those in my coffee. Maybe if I had a giant like 16-ounce coffee or something. And then since I'm only doing the 1 scoop of this, I am adding a little bit more collagen. I've been trying to increase my collagen. So I'm adding a little bit of this, which is way cheaper, you know, per ounce than the collagen creamer. So I still get the flavor from this. I still get the coconut milk, but I can add a little bit extra of the collagen for a little bit cheaper. I've just been doing like 5 grams of this, which I think is about half of one of their scoops. Yeah. And then I do have to use my frother to get it mixed up. It doesn't mix super well without a frother, which is the only bummer. So what I actually did when I needed to take some creamer with me so I could have a coffee while I was out, I took some of my picnic creamer that's liquid, you know, in the carton, and I added in my MCT oil powder and my Vital Proteins creamer, and I frothed it up in a little jar before I left, and then I was able to take that and dump it into my coffee when I was out and didn't have to bring my frother with me. So that worked out pretty well. So that is my coffee. You can see it's super light. Those powders really lighten it up. So if you like your coffee nice and light, this'll do it for you. The MCT oil powder and the Vital Proteins creamer both make it really light. If you add enough, of course. Beautiful. So Levi, what flavor did you want for your drink today?
Mango.
Mango? Okay.
Is it don't be ready?
I'm gonna make it for you right now and then it'll be ready.
What's that?
That's the burgers, the leftover burgers.
Mom, after this drink and then it's ready.
Then it's ready?
Yeah, my drink.
No, I'm making it right now and it'll be ready. What? You want to drink my drink?
Yeah,
and then drink your drink? Okay, go ahead. Go have some of my drink. All right, I do like a little less than half a scoop in his 14-ounce cup. Okay, Levi, here you go. Stop drinking my drink. Should I drink yours up?
No.
You drink mine up.
It's good.
It's good, okay. How many thumbs up?
1.
Nice. It's a little after 2 p.m. and I'm just mixing up my second batch of electrolyte drink for the day, doing mixed berry this time. I'm having a late lunch and I decided to do some meat bars made with ground beef, which I actually haven't tried yet. I've only done turkey and chicken. And I had some 92% lean, 8% fat ground beef in 1 pound packages. So I decided to go ahead and cook that up. And I decided to go crazy and use everything but the bagel seasoning on there and see how that is. I did do a dedicated video on the meat bars that are made in the air fryer, so if you haven't seen that video, I will put it up in the cards, but it's just so easy. I love the convenience. As long as the meat is defrosted, you can just throw it in the air fryer and it's super, super fast and easy. I also had some perfectly ripe avocado that was just beautiful. I couldn't pass it up. So glad it's a high fat day today. And I thought if I just put some on each one of these, I could just eat it, I don't know, like a giant sushi or something. So when you cook the meat bars in the air fryer, a lot of the fat drips down, and so you don't get a lot of the fat. So when you read the label, it'll say a certain amount of fat, but you're losing a lot of it when you're cooking it in the air fryer. So that's just something to keep in mind. Especially if you're like counting calories or macros, it can make it kind of tricky to figure out what your macros are. But also, if you're having a higher fat day, adding some kind of a dipping sauce like a sriracha mayo, that would be really good. Or avocados or something like that is a great idea. I'm gonna give one of these a quick taste test here. It's good. I think I like the chicken ones better. The meat's a little bit softer. Maybe if I cooked the beef a little bit less than the 7 minutes, it would not be quite so done all the way through. But the spice and the avocado, everything but the bagel seasoning and the avocado is really good. Next time I'll try cooking the beef bars, maybe like 5 or 6 minutes and see how that is. 3 was all I could do, so I'm just gonna put this away for a snack for another time, and I'm gonna make myself an afternoon cup of coffee. Same concoction as before, the Vital Proteins creamer, the MCT oil powder, and a little bit of extra collagen. Just gonna get that whipped up here. So I was drinking a lot more tea in the beginning of this challenge because I wasn't enjoying coffee so much, but now that I found creamer that I like, I've been not drinking as much tea. Maybe I'll try to have a cup of tea tonight before bed. I'm having my evening tea. It's a honey lavender yogi tea, and my coconut milk powder came that I'm going to be experimenting with, and I wanted to taste it, so I blended some of that in there. 1 scoop of that, which was 6 grams. And then I also added 2 tablespoons of the Nut Pods pumpkin spice creamer. I'm still trying to use that up in tea. And that is what I am sipping on this evening. I kept expecting to get hungry for a dinner. Today I've only had 2 meals so far, but I just didn't get hungry all afternoon and evening. But I did feel like I needed to eat something a little bit more before I go to bed. So I'm just gonna munch on these salt and vinegar pork rinds. They're the Pork King Good brand, super good. And they'll be a nice crunchy evening snack. Good morning. It is a lower fat day today, so I'm having my coffee first thing. In my coffee, I put 3 tablespoons of the picnic creamer because I still have that to use up. I think I probably won't buy that anymore once I use it up, and then I will just move to the different powdered creamers that I've been liking. And then I also added 1 scoop of collagen to my coffee. I used to put collagen in my coffee all the time. It was just something I always did. But it's funny, I got out of the habit of it when I was experimenting with intermittent fasting, because when you're trying to do intermittent fasting, you don't want to have any protein in your coffee during the fasting time because that will, break the fast. And so I got out of the habit of doing it and I just haven't gotten back into it. But I think I'm going to try again because I think it had more benefits than drawbacks for me. So I'm going to be adding that back into my life. Levi and I are ready for our electrolyte drink this morning. What flavor did you want?
Mango.
Mango. I guess I'll do mixed berry.
Mango, mixed berry.
You want it mixed? Mango and mixed berry?
I want a mango berry.
Mango berry? Okay, we could do that. Do a tiny bit of mango. I'll do mango berry too. That sounds pretty good.
Mama, is my drink ready?
Almost.
Is it ready?
Almost.
Is my drink ready?
Almost.
Is it filled with water?
It's filled with water, yeah. And drink. Water and drink.
Mom, this almond dipped.
Is it?
No.
Oh. What do you think of mango berry?
Good.
How many thumbs up?
1.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm having a really simple breakfast of some chicken tenders. I cooked them in the air fryer, 325, and I think it took about like 4 minutes. They cook super, super fast. And I just seasoned them with some Redmond seasoned salt. And since my breakfast is super low fat, it's almost no fat, I'm gonna have a little bit extra fat in my second cup of coffee for the morning. Here's what the kids are having for breakfast. Starting the day off right with some eggs and bacon. Of course, Levi doesn't eat the eggs, but he definitely will eat the bacon. We're about to get started with our homeschool day, so I need to have my cup of coffee to sip on while we do that. I did 3 grams of the MCT oil powder, half of a scoop of the mocha collagen creamer, which was about 7 grams, and then just half a scoop of a little extra collagen there, and I'm just gonna get that blended up. Are you starving for lunch too? I know, it's lunchtime. It's almost 1 o'clock and I'm gonna make some more meat bars, the chicken ones. I love the chicken ones on my lean days. I actually like the chicken ones better, I guess, than the beef ones, so I like them on any days. I decided to try something a little different and do like a buffalo meat bar. So I sprinkled some Frank's Red Hot Sauce on each side, and then I did some garlic powder and some Trader Joe's onion salt and some black pepper. And I'll get these cooked up and see how they turn out. One prep thing that I have started to do, which has been really helpful, I thought I would share with you guys, is that on whatever kind of day it is, like today is a lean day, I think about what meats I want to pull out of the freezer for my next lean day. So I just pulled out another package of that ground chicken that I had in the freezer and threw it into the refrigerator to start defrosting. And so since it's frozen solid, by 2 days from now, it will probably be nicely defrosted and ready to eat. So I always think about the next fat day if I'm on a fat day, or the next lean day if I'm on a lean day, and try to pull out what I want out of the freezer just so I'm prepared. And if I don't do that, then I'm stuck trying to defrost something, and usually I'm already hungry and ready to eat, and so that's annoying. So think about what meats you want 2 days in advance. So here is lunch. Got my buffalo chicken bars and some pickles. Afternoon cup of coffee. In this one I did 2 tablespoons of picnic creamer and then a little less than half a scoop of the Vital Proteins mocha creamer. It's almost 6:30 and I'm actually not hungry. I've eaten a ton of protein today. I don't want to be really hungry right before bed, which I think I will be if I don't eat anything right now. So I'm cooking up a couple of chicken tenders. I had some more from earlier because I had those for breakfast, and I am going to mix up some honey mustard that I thought sounded really good. I'll show you how I do that. So I have this allulose honey flavored sweetener is what they call it, and I can't eat more than like a teaspoon of this without it really messing with my digestion. Maybe 2 teaspoons I can get away with, but so I haven't been like making pancakes and dumping this all over it because it's just not good for my digestion, but I have it, so I want to use it, and I thought a honey mustard would be really good. So I'm just gonna put in a teaspoon of this and then just mix it with some mustard, and it'll be kind of like a honey mustard dip for my chicken tenders. I have stone ground organic mustard. So 1 teaspoon of honey and 1 tablespoon of mustard. So I put some everything but the bagel seasoning on my chicken tenders. That just sounded really good. and I think it'll be really good with the honey mustard. I'll probably end my evening here after this with a cup of tea. I'm winding down before bed, and I'm doing a yogi bedtime tea with 2 tablespoons of the pumpkin spice nut pods. Now for a breakdown of my calories and my macros for the last couple of days. As always, I will put it up on the screen here so you can see the pie chart. So on my regular higher fat day, I had 167 grams of protein. That made up 40% of my calories. I had 104 grams of fat. That made up 56% of my calories. So it's a little bit higher protein than my regular days. So that was interesting. And then 15 grams of total carbs, and that came out to 4% of my calories. So on my regular day, my calories came in at 1,680, which is actually a little bit low. My previous regular day, right before this one, so 2 days prior, I went all the way up to 2,000 calories. So my calories really do vary depending on my hunger level and just what I happen to have to eat that day. But on average, my regular higher fat days are coming in anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000 calories. Then on my lean day, I actually had 199 grams of protein. So really high on the protein because I've been a little bit more hungry on my leaner days. And when I'm hungry on my leaner days, I just stick to extra protein because I'm trying not to add a lot of fat. I try to get enough fat, at least 30 grams of fat is my goal. But if I legitimately feel hungry, then I go ahead and eat a little more protein. So I had 199 grams of protein, which was 70% of calories. I had 34 grams of fat, so that's right in the range that I want to hit. So the fat made up 27% of my calories. And then I had 8 grams of total carbs for a percentage of 3% of my calories coming from carbs. And the total calories that I consumed on my lean day were 1,216. And for my lean days, they've been coming in somewhere between usually 1,000 and 1,200. That's been my average. But I really don't let myself be hungry. It's more the lean days, I choose a certain kind of food, leaner foods. And on my higher fat days, I choose a different kind of food, like fattier meats and things with more fat in them, avocados, things like that. But I really don't try to restrict the amount of calories. I pay attention to it just so I'm aware, but I really do let my hunger dictate how much I eat, and my calories have just been coming in within that kind of a range. So that's it for my 2 days of eating. Let me know if this kind of video is helpful for you guys, and if there's anything else I could add to my what I eat in a day videos that would make it more helpful for you. I had one request to show you exactly how I enter my stuff into Carb Manager as I'm tracking throughout the day. So I'm planning on trying to do a video where I do a day of eating and showing you, like, film my phone app and putting in all the different foods just to show you how I track. So I'm planning on doing that. But if there's anything else that would make this kind of video more helpful, let me know. And I think that's it for now, and I'll see you again in another video.